What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Andrew, and this week we're feeding our Dwarf Caiman Charlie. He is nocturnal and it's nighttime, so he's ready to go. Let's go see him eat. I'm Andrew Edwards. I've spent most of my life learning about animals. And now, focusing on education, breeding, care, and the discovering of new animals. Welcome to Andrew's Reptile Arc. So this is our Dwarf Caiman enclosure right here. The water level is a bit low. We are going to raise that, but we're going to do that after this video. Charlie is actually right there in his cave. You can see his back leg right there. So hopefully he comes out and eats. We are feeding him some hopper mouse or mice today. So hopefully we can get him out and ready to eat. Here he is, coming right out. So I hit this little stump here to simulate food time. So he actually has a difference of food time and play time. Oh, and there you go, coming out. Now, Dwarf Caimans are one of the more terrestrial species of caiman. So they do spend a lot of time on land. There we go, come on. Come up. Maybe to seize a little bit. Oh. You shouldn't be too bothered by the camera. There you go, he grabbed it. So they do swallow it whole, obviously, just like most crocodilians when they're eating a small food item that's no bigger than their mouth. They do swallow it whole. If it was bigger, then they break it apart and eat parts of it. So we'll grab another one here. Now we are trying to feed him 3 today, but that might be a bit much. He's really just been doing 2. And when you're feeding crocodilians, it's really a good idea to actually have a call for them so that they know when to come. This time he might be more shy of the camera. See how hungry he is. Oh! He really got that one. Boom. Super quick. He doesn't spend too much time keeping in his mouth. Oh, look at that. Right down the hatch. And he even drinks a little water. You see him drinking? So that allows the food item to go down his throat easier, and it allows him to drink a little bit while he's eating. And he's using that back tail as a counterbalance so he can keep his front area or head out of the water so he can actually swallow it properly. Just super cool. They actually do use counterbalances. Look at that. That's awesome. I can't believe we saw him come across the land into the water and we got him feeding. That's really cool. And don't worry, the water level is a bit low, but we will get that up after the video. One more. Let's see. This is the 3rd one. Sometimes he's interested in the 3rd, sometimes he's not. And simulating splashing does register as food. They do have little sensors along their bottom jaw, and that detects water movement and splashing Allows them to recognize his food. Oh. Oh, there you go. So the last one, there's not that much enthusiasm. Get up close real quick. There's not much enthusiasm with the last one, but he is full right. He has had 2 semi-big meals, and this will be the 3rd. Look at that. You see his teeth poking out? His teeth are getting bigger. Oh, it's half expecting him to take that 3rd one away. You can see that. He'll probably hold on to that one for a little while. The whole tail is right there now. Look at how awesome. You can see him repositioning in his mouth so he can eat it the best way possible. I think he's going to decide to go head first. Sometimes he carries that one into the cave, so I don't really see him eat the 3rd one. Hopefully he eats it all for you guys. There you go, that's 3 hopper mice. So that's a pretty big meal for him. We really feed him about twice a week. We used to feed him much more frequently, but now he's gone to a size and weight where I don't think he needs to be fed that often. Nor does he really accept food all the time like that. He really knows when he's had enough. And you can see him working that down. So very similar to our monitors. He does hold it in his mouth and slowly swallow over time to force it in his stomach. And they have muscles inside their throat that allows it to push the food item down and really pack it in their stomach. Because in the wild, they wouldn't eat all the time. So it's best to eat a large meal or a large portion so that you don't have to eat all the time. Crocodilians, unlike pretty much any other animal, I guess, besides snakes, they can go a long time without eating. So he could go a few weeks, months, and not eat. So very different than your traditional animal or your traditional reptile. So yeah, crocodilians have very slow metabolisms. And look at that. Looks awesome. Let's see if I can get closer to him. He might start kissing. Look at that. You can see how thick he is in comparison to when we first started. And we haven't filmed with Charlie for a little while, and that's really not a fault of his. He's been terrific. We just don't get a chance to really film at night with him, where we do primarily most of the feeding and the interacting with them. So we are sitting down here, interacting with him, talking to him, and trying to socialize him as best as possible. We do have videos of us, or me, slowly trying to introduce myself to him, let him come up to me for feeding time, but by no means do we do that every single feeding like you just saw. But we are trying our best to socialize him. He is a lot better than he used to be. We did add 2 bubblers in here to try and reduce the smell. Constantly moving water is much better. It doesn't really smell that much, doesn't smell like that pond-like. And we have the 2 filters built in. And you can see him going into that cave. Like I said, these guys are nocturnal, but they do like their privacy kind of thing. They do like to hide when you come into the room. You can socialize them, I know that, but their nature as an animal is to hide when larger animals are around, and they do hide for most of the day because they're out at night. So I think I'm just gonna fill this pond up a little bit. But that was a great feeding. I can't believe he actually walked on land for you guys. So yeah, perfect video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What did you guys think of this video? I thought he did fantastic. He even came up on the ledge right here and ate. Can't believe that. But don't forget to check out our other channels, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And I will see you guys in the next video.